Hello, third graders. Today you will need your math journal, a pencil, and the number grid that was inside your binder in the side pocket. So once you have those things, we can get started. In your math journal, I would like you to turn to page 3. It should look like the screen right now at the top. It'll say lesson 1-1. And I want to spend some time looking at this grid. I want us to look at what happens as the numbers go down and up. So every time, so let's say we go from 1 to 11. How big of a jump is that? Or from 11 to 21. Hopefully you see that each row adds 10. So from 1 to 11 is plus 10. From 41 to 51, it's 10. I also want you to look at what happens when you count across. So if we go across the rows rather than up and down. So from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3, what's happening each time is that the numbers are getting bigger by 1. So we can hopefully count faster by realizing we can skip count by 10s going up and down and count by 1s going across. So we're going to put that to practice today. And also, something to think about is if we're going up the grid in columns, they get smaller by 10. And same thing if we go backwards this way, they get smaller by 1. So if you want to write those arrows with those helpful guides, go ahead. And now let's look down and try to solve a few of these problems together with, sorry guys, that was my cat getting into trouble. Moving on, let's look at number 1. The directions say to use the number grid to help you solve these problems. So, looking back at the grid and remembering that as the numbers at the top are smaller than the numbers at the bottom. So let's see, which is less? 83 or 73? So let's look on the grid and find 83 and 73. So which one is less? So which one is higher up on the number grid? Well, 73 comes before 83. So we're going to say 73 is less. It's the smaller number. How much less? Well, if you look, you see that they are right on top of each other on the grid. And remember we said by moving downward, one row, each row we move down is plus 10. So this 73 and 83 are exactly 1 10 jump downward. Let's try another one. Which is less? 13 or 34? So let's find 13 and 34 on the grid. I see 13 is here, 34 is right there. So let's look. Which number is higher up on the grid? Well, 13 is. But how much less is it? Let's try using our skip counting. So let's see, if we move down, that's 10, another 10, And we can't go any further. Now we need to go across. So this is 10, a jump of 10 to get to 23. From 23 to 33 is another jump of 10. And look, we moved across from 33 to 34, so that's a jump of 1. Remember, when we go across the number grid, it's 1. So we have 10, 10, and 1, which gives us 21. Let's look at number 3. Which is more? Uh-oh, I see it. This time we're looking at which number is the bigger number, 90 or 55. So let's look on our grid. I see 90 is over here, and 55 is here. So which is the bigger number, 55 or 90? Well, 90 is lower on the number grid, which means it's higher. So I'm going to write 90 here. And how much more? Well, this is when we get to use our skip counting on the number grid. So let's start by doing tens. I think we can do a couple jumps of 10. So let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, and I can't go any further because I'm going to go past the number. So that's one group of 10, another group of 10, another group of 10, and now I need to count by ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 10, 10 plus 10, and this is 5 jumps. So I have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Let's do number 4 together. Which is more, 44 or 52? Let's look. 44 is right here. 52 is over here. If you look, I can't do a jump of 10 because then I'm past 52. So I can't do that. So let's try. Looks like we're just going to have to do skips of 1 until we get to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I did 8 skips of 1. So which is more? 52 is the bigger number because it's further along the number grid, and it is 8 jumps. So when we're saying how much less or how much more, we are finding the difference. We are finding the difference between these numbers. How much space is there between these numbers? So as we go to number 5, find the difference between each pair of numbers. So you're going to do exactly what we were doing in 1, 2, 3, and 4, except you're not doing the first part anymore, telling us which is the bigger or smaller number. You are just figuring out the space between these numbers. So let's do number 5. We need to find 71 and 92. So here is 71 and 92. So let's do our skip counting. We can go 1 jump of 10. Yes, I can keep going. Another jump of 10. And then I can't go any more jumps of 10 because I'll go past that number. And I just need 1 jump of 1 to get to 92. So 2 groups of 10, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 1 is 21. So that's what I write there. And number 7, let's do another one. Or sorry, number 6. 26 and 46. So let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. 26 and 46. I definitely can do one jump of 10. And look there, they're right in the same column, which means I only have to do jumps of 10. So one jump of 10, two jumps of 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. So I want you to go ahead and finish these. After we do number 7, I'm going to let you do 8, 9, and 10 on your own. So let's do 30 and 62. 30 and 62. So I need to find them on the number line. There's 30 and there's 62. So I can definitely do some jumps of 10. So one jump of 10, two jumps of 10, three jumps of 10. I can't go more than that because I'll be higher than the number. So 1, 2, 3 jumps of 10, so that means 30. And then I need to go across to get to 62. So 1, 2. So 30 plus 1 plus 1 is 32. So I want you to try 8, 9, and 10 on your own. And then in your math binder, you will see a blue paper that looks like this. This is your home link that you will need to turn into Google Classroom when it's completed. And it is, again, just doing a couple more practice problems. And there is a number grid to help you out. And remember, when we're talking about the difference, we are talking about the amount between those two numbers. And then there is some practice of addition and subtraction at the bottom. So make sure you are paying attention to, are they adding or are they subtracting? And if you have any questions on either page 3 in your math journal or the home link, you can write those questions down and hang on to them until I see you at office hours. See you guys later.